Sagittarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of June 2022, and I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out all the info about that in the description box below if you want. Well, let's see, Saggy. Okay. The overall energy for the reading, the moon. There are some things that are not revealed quite yet, or they're starting to reveal themselves. Some things you may not have seen clearly in a situation. Let's see. Starting off the reading, you get the Three of Wands crossed by the Ace of Wands, waiting for someone to move, something to be done, some energies to move. There's a waiting on, come on, where is it? What's happening? Why isn't it not coming? There's definitely an anticipation almost of an energy coming towards you. In your, which, you know, best described as expectation, and in your focus here, the sense of, okay, it's not happening, obviously, so whatever, okay, it's done. You know, it's kind of a buildup of an expectation and then dropping from that place. In the recent past, a lot of you being in your head about something, in your strength, a little more of that, because, you know, the Two of Swords wasn't enough. Definitely a sense of stressing out about something, really almost feeling stuck in your head about a situation. In the immediate future, things do start moving. There's definitely an energy that's moving, possibly out of this place that you're at right now. The energy that's supporting this reading, the Justice card, there's a sense of balance that you're trying to achieve, and I feel like you are achieving as you step out of these stuck kinds of energies. Looking at the colors of the sky is, you know, dark sets in, and it's hard to describe. It's almost like the sky was orange, but it wasn't really. And now it's kind of like really dark orange. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it's interesting. In the energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Eight of Cups, there's an emotional disconnect somewhere, somehow, someone is disconnecting from a situation. In your hopes and fears, you don't want any games, you don't want any, you know, you kind of want point blank action or energy. You don't want for people to play games here. Not anymore. You're tired of twisted game-wise energies. Let's just put it that way. In the potential outcome, there's a commitment that's shown up as an energy here. Let's clarify. Let's see what's going on. Let me see the moon. You get the Star, the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands. Something that you truly want, you've also been against for a very long time. And I feel like that's the energy that you're not able to see, the way in which you stood in your own way. And a lot of the times we all carry that kind of an energy, you know, where we really desire something, but it's either a fear or something that we also carry towards that. That's actually the energy that's standing in our own way. And I feel like that's what happened here. Not seeing yet that it was revealed to you, so it's kind of still shown up as something that's hidden, it's basically shown up like this, where that's your desire, that's you, and that's the blockage, that's the obstacle, and it's coming from you, you know? So in between your desire and you, there's you putting up those walls. Let's do the Three of Wands. Ooh, waiting for that confession. 8 of Wands, Ace of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, waiting on that energy that I love you, let's work on things, you know, that whole sense of where is it? Where is it? Why aren't they coming? Why aren't they saying that? Building up big time in expectation here on your side. Let's do the Ace of Wands. The Devil, the 3 of Wands, the 7 of Cups. Also being in the energy of, oh, if they're not coming, I'm moving on. Oh, they're not here, so I'm moving on. But meanwhile, still kind of waiting. This is a very unhealthy energy for you. Because it almost feels like you're doing it out of spite. Like, okay, you know, ultimatum. If they're not showing up in 5 minutes, I'm moving on. And then when it's, you know, 5 minutes are due, it's like, I'm not really ready to move on. I just said that, you know, because I was mad, but I'm still going to move on because I said it now. And you're not anywhere ready to move on if you're in this energy of almost playing games with yourself. This in itself could be an energy of standing in your own way, you know. So it's definitely damaging to you, first of all, because it's building up expectation. It's building up the need to control the situation, you know, like, if that doesn't happen, then I'm gonna do that, or if that, and you're nowhere near ready to do that, but you're gonna do it because, you know, that's not gonna happen, and, you know, out of almost spite, you're just, so there's a whole lot of little energies playing around there for you that are not beneficial for you, you know, at the end of the day. When you're ready to move on, by all means, move on, but this is definitely not an energy of, I'm ready and I'm gonna go do it. This is an energy of, if they're not coming, screw them, I'm going to show them. And you're only hurting you, not them. And so the 10 of Swords in your focus. Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Knight of Swords. Correct. There's that need of equal give and take, of love, of mutual love, of let's do things together, let's, you know, be here. At least. And in how this reading started, they're not. You're playing off this game all on your own. And then you're showing me, because it's not in that place of equal give and take, this is done. Correct, I agree. But you still keep playing this game. Almost like, well, I'm hoping that someday they will be there. Okay, but if they're not there now, what are you doing? Someday, who the hell knows when that is? Are you gonna sit there playing these games with you until they're there, if they're ever there? Because maybe they're not gonna be. So you're showing me clearly, I know what I want out of this, and you're also showing me it's not here, but meanwhile I'm gonna play some games with me until, if they decide to be there. All right, let's do the 8 of Swords in your strength. Ace of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, the Empress. All right, so there seems to be this need to approach this other energy, but there's also the, well, I don't know what to do, I don't know how, I don't know, you know. If you truly feel that need, you don't have to know how, you'll just do it. If you need to do that because you're hurting in this game that you're playing with yourself, take a step back from this energy before you do anything. And try to take a look at the stories you tell yourself about this whole situation, and then see if it makes sense to approach them because you're hurting in your own games. You know? Because I feel like that's where the need is coming from. Because you are coming from a space of, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, maybe they can help me if I reach out. Well, okay, but, you know, you're stuck because of these back and forth games that your own mind puts you into, your own energies about this whole situation. And then you're showing me a clear energy of, this is not what I'm looking for. So it's obviously done. Well, then why would you feel the need to go towards them? You know? I'm not saying if you really feel that, by all means, go for it. I support it. But it is coming from the 8 of Swords. And when that happens, I'm like, uh-oh. There is something going on there that's kind of possibly misguiding, Saggy. So that's why I'm asking you first to take a step back and to look at the reasoning behind this. Why do you want to approach this energy? It's because you're hurting, because you really want to, you know, because do you have expectations over what's going on there or not? Take a look at those things first. Let's do the Chariot in the immediate future. The Sun, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Alright, so there's this energy kind of bombarding you all of a sudden of stopping in your tracks and starting to pay more, you know, closer attention to yourself. Pay more attention to yourself there. Stepping into an energy of self-care. Big time. Because I feel like almost like you remembered that at some point in time you did that and it felt good. So it's like going back to that, revisiting that. So the energies are starting to move from this place of feeling stuck into, let me go back to what I did and worked in the past. And it seems to be helping. It seems to be moving the energies. Let's do the Justice card for the supportive energies. The Nine of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Cups. See, that's what doesn't make sense to you, because you equate this with happiness. I don't, in all honesty. I don't. You do. Somehow you see the situation as your happiness. And to you, it doesn't make sense. That how can things be balanced if I'm walking away from my own happiness? I don't see this as happiness because you're showing me you're stressing out about it. This whole situation is bringing out some energies within you that, by the way, you should be healing. And instead, you're kind of turning it towards, but I got to talk to them because they're my happiness. And then you're showing me clarity around, this is not what I'm looking for. So to me, it's like, how is this happiness? But to you, you somehow convince yourself that this, somewhere here, your happiness is there, somewhere, somehow. And to you, it doesn't make sense. How can things be balanced if you walk away from your own happiness? Make sure this is your happiness, Saggy. I don't see it. I honestly don't see it. I would tell you. I don't see it. I see more happiness tied up to the energy of, I'm taking care of myself now, you know, rather than whatever it is you're dealing with here. I'm not saying that it wasn't happiness. I'm not saying that it can't be happiness in the future. I'm saying that what it's looking now, that's not happiness. What it's looking like right now. So make sure your conclusion here of how can I walk away from happiness, bring balance is, okay, are you playing or you're gonna fall? Anyways, let's do the Eight of Cups in the energy that, let's move the Oracle cards because apparently Kai is stretching for them. Eight of Cups in the hidden energies. Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, King of Pentacles. You're closed off emotionally. And logically, you're looking at this as if they show up in love, then I'll open up. Doesn't make sense. How can they show up in love if you're not in love? If you're not loving yourself, how can anybody else? First, you gotta do that in order for the door to open for others to come in and, you know, kind of work with that energy. If they have no energy because you're waiting for them to show up first, nope, doesn't really work like that. Let's do the Five of Swords. In your hopes and fears. Four of Swords, the World card, the Eight of Cups. All right, so, okay, so you're starting to see the illusion of that. The, yeah, if they show up, then I'm happy and I'll open up. Until then, I won't. You're starting to see the way in which that shows up as being deceptive for you, as being self-sabotaging. And you're starting to heal that. and you're starting to accept that maybe you are disconnected from this emotionally. Maybe you have stepped into a place of more the mind taking over and creating all sorts of scenarios. And if you look at your heart, you don't even know where its place is in this whole situation, because you're disconnected from your heart. As to the Four of Wands in the potential outcome, the Justice card, the Three of Cups, the Emperor. Nice, finally. More clarity around what it is that you're seeking. At least that. Start there. Start there, because that's a beautiful energy. And what you're seeking is commitment, love, a sense of you feeling empowered, feeling like I'm good in my own skin, I'm good about this, I'm good, it makes me feel good, but not it makes me feel happy if they show up, and if they don't show up, I'm miserable. No, just the whole blend of it all, it feels good. And that's exactly what you're looking for, and that's exactly what you should be looking for in the energies that you're experiencing. And if you can't find it, then maybe it's not this, you know, or maybe it's not this now. As I said, for now it's not presenting as that. That doesn't mean that it didn't or that it won't. Now, I'm talking about now. It's not showing up as that. So you're starting to gain at least more clarity here around energies that you have been working with and told yourself 1,000 stories about those energies that were possibly not true. You know, starting to deal with the reality of those energies that you worked with around this situation. So clarity is showing up for you. Let me see what the universe has to close it off. The Temperance card, the Emperor, the Seven of Swords. Give yourself time, Saggy, to step back into your power, to gain clarity about this. Right now is not the time. And I'm not saying that, of course, I want for you to step out of these energies as fast as possible, because they're not healthy, they're not helping you necessarily right now. But it does show that in time, you'll get back to you and you'll know exactly what to do about the situation and what to let go of and what not. You know, there's definitely a sense of letting go here in time. But you first got to get back into that clarity. You know, you will get there. Give yourself time. Give yourself permission to go there and unstuck yourself from these energies, because they're not the greatest. Let's see a final oracle card from Into the Lonely Woods Oracle deck. And you get Your Truth is Powerful. We are told so many lies. We are told that we must be with others and that they must love us for us to be worthy. So we bend and we twist the self to please the others, showing only glimpses of who we are in shadows and light. We never fully step out into the light to see who is drawn to the form we most truly are. Start by unbedding and deepening the love of your own ways. Start with untwisting and cease to speak words that appease others and offend your soul. Then offer that level of care and desire for love to your own self. What could you become if you already loved who you are? First, you gotta love yourself in order for others to love you. So that's what I got for you, Saggy. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.